You know what I mean? This one of the, you know what I mean? You can't say Marcoux Street without May May right here. You know what I'm saying? She support my documentary, May. Shout out to Q, May. Right. Tag a friend, tell a friend, let's bring them in. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. We on the Fargo Show, the Fargo Podcast, where I do interviews and I also do stories. Pop your collar with me, spend $1 with me. Sponsoring merch is Go Far Clothing. Pop your collar with me, spend $1 with me. Not for standing still. If we stand still, we can't pay our bills. Let's get it though. This story I get into today, y'all know what it is. Ronnie Berry, a.k.a. Ronnie, a.k.a. Lil Nose. So let's jump into this, John. This part 3 of Ron. I gave y'all the first, John. I gave y'all the second one. You feel me? The first one was basically telling y'all how Ron, was killed or whatever. And the second one was how Ron saved my tooth when the white knocked my tooth out. And this part 3. This John right here, y'all know I got the best stories. You know what I mean? Come on, y'all. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying hit that button. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Tag a friend. Tell a friend. Now we going to jump right in. All right. This story in particular, how I was telling y'all, how we was ahead of our time. Being as though Ryan, everybody had a group of friends. You feel me? Ryan was the brains of our group. You feel me? Our little team that we had. Those that know, they know. You feel me? Ryan was ahead of his time. You feel me? But this story, let's jump into it. So, like I said, as y'all know, the block we come from, Marcoux Street, you feel me? That's a major block in West Philly. If you know, you know. If not, do your history. You feel me? A lot of great guys come from this block. You feel me? But Ryan had access to a lot of artillery, you feel me? Being as though he lived on the block from where the block we was getting all the money. And like I told y'all, you feel me? I hung with Nose too. Big Nose. That's Ryan's brother. You feel me? He older than Ryan. But I hung with him first. And once he jumped off the steps, me and Ryan, we was, we ain't jumped yet, but we was right behind him. But long story long, being as though Nose had the block or whatever, Nose was on the block before us, grinding or whatever, he had access to a lot of artillery, and which they used to stash the artillery at our niece's crib or whatever. So I say we about 12, 13, maybe 11. We been shooting guns for a long time, because Ryan used to steal the guns or whatever. Ryan would take them out the room or whatever and bring them down to my block, which, like I told you, I lived on 48th and Westminster, the 9. But across the street from my crib, it was we used to call it the homes. We used to play football, flip on mats. Like, that was our playground, you feel me? But when Ryan would come down with the guns, we would go across the street in the homes and bust the guns or whatever. Like, this was like normal, like at least once out a week. Ryan would come down there with different artillery. You feel me? And we would go up there and, let them off or whatever. And I guess Ryan would take them back. But one thing I never noticed, none of the old heads and nobody never ever said nothing about the bullets being missing out of them or whatever. But that's neither there or there. But yeah, getting to that story. So we was a little older now. We a little older as years went on, I think we was now we was about 13, 14. I say maybe 12 or 13. No, we was about 14, 13, because Ryan was like a year older than me, almost 2 years older than me or whatever. But let's get it. But yeah. So as I said, we getting older or whatever now, we affiliated with the block now. Like, we getting our feet wet a little bit. Ryan, our leader, you feel me? Everything coming through him, you feel me? But this story, right? So one day, I think Ryan was getting dressed or whatever. And like I said, I lived down 48th Street, so I would have to walk up to Ryan's crib or he would come get me. But I think I went up there to Ryan's house because he was getting dressed or whatever. And it was me, Ryan, and 2 more of our friends. And Ryan was getting dressed. But when he was getting dressed, he was like, what John should I bring out? Talking about the artillery or whatever. They call it pipes, hammers, whatever you want to call it. I'm just gonna say artillery to make it sound good or whatever. So, whatever. So I think Ryan, it was the 8. I think Ryan was the 38. Yeah, it was the 38 or whatever. And Ryan, Trey 80, my bad, it was the Trey 80. And Ryan had grabbed that or whatever. So he get dressed or whatever. We waiting on him to get dressed. Once we walking down the block or whatever, Ryan fresh or whatever. That's when we used to have the Guess jeans with the pencil pockets. That was popping right there in the butters. You feel me? Butter tans and low shirts. So Ryan, when he get dressed, now he dressed or whatever, we walking down the street, but Ryan got the gun on him. We get halfway down Ryan block, and the gun, it fall out Ryan pants. But when it hit the ground, as it fall out his pants, that shit went off. And that shit almost hit Ryan. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story with Ryan, you know what I'm saying? Tag a friend, tell a friend, let's bring him in. We on the Fargo Show, the Fargo Podcast, where I do interviews and I also do stories. Tag a friend, tell a friend, let's bring him in. Like and subscribe, Let's get it, y'all.